Talk to us.
Welcome, everybody, to Season 4, Episode 18 of the Fantasy Guys. Sorry for the delay, but we are ready to roll, get the show going. This is the final week of the Fantasy Football Talk, not the final week of the Fantasy Guys, but we will not be talking fantasy football after this week. And it's the championship week. So we do got a couple people in here who are in some championships. Heck, everybody's in here in the championship except me, to be honest with you. But why you always act?
But that's why we stalled. We knew Tony. We knew Tony was going to be late, so we stalled out a little bit.
Tony, just say hi to us and just get your coffee.
We just started the show, Tony. We paused it 5 minutes, 6 minutes for you.
Do you guys know? You guys remember in wrestling how Rock used to walk into the stadium, look around to the crowd and have that eyebrow look to everybody? Tony does that every single time he walks into the studio. Like, come in and just.
But he's been walking. He's been walking with a different swagger.
The last 3 weeks. Last 3-4 weeks.
I mean, if I'll just wait for him to sit down before I give him some props.
Let's get the show rolling. Shout out to you guys. Tune in, ask questions. I know a lot of people are in the championship. Feel free to ask away your questions. We'll be sure to answer it. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts, all under Oz Media. Be sure to check out our website. You'll find all those things at ozmedia313.com. And on our website, you can purchase tickets for the charity game, which is what we were just talking about right before the show started. Make sure you come out to the charity game Friday, February 7th. It's going to be at Edsel Ford High School. That should be a lot of fun. Hamtramck versus Dearborn, Part 4. Dearborn's in the lead, 2-1. So it should be a big game. There's going to be a lot of good people in the building, inshallah. Should be a good time. Shout out to the sponsors of the show: Hanley International Academy, Holy Bowly, Wingfellas, Juice Box, Malik and Kebab, Jebed Coffee House, Unique Coney Island, and BMI Best of the Best Towing.
Best of the best.
Let's start off with the best of the best, Yusuf, and then we're going to get the show rolling. And we got a lot of questions to talk about too, so shout out to BMI Best of the Best Towing. You or someone you know just got into a car accident? Call BMI. Your car is stuck in the snow? Call BMI. Your car just ran out of gas in the middle of the highway? Then call BMI. BMI Towing is the best towing and road service company around. They have workers on the clock 24/7, 365 days in the year. Their location is in Oak Park, Michigan, and their number is 313-460-3222. If you are looking for the best of the best road service around, then call BMI Towing. All right. We're here. We got Tony versus Moti facing each other. We did this on purpose.
Yo.
Wow.
Okay? We did this on purpose.
You know what else you did on purpose?
I don't think his mic is on, Yusuf.
Yusuf?
It's on.
Yusuf?
It's on. We hear him.
All right, so this is the game we're playing today.
Yeah.
We hear you.
The game within the game.
Yes. You see? What's going on, Tony? How you been, man?
I understand.
happening?
Little bro always, you know what I'm saying, looking out after big bro.
What's happening? Heard your kickers. Listen, this is a fantasy guys. We're going to tell you right now, with the way kickers' point system is right now, I mean, there's some kickers I might be grabbing in the 5th and 6th round.
Stop it, man.
Stop, man. Kickers have outscored the tight ends
right,
on a consistent basis.
Never.
Stop playing.
Hey.
Let
Brandon Aubrey.
Go ahead.
Okay.
How many points? How many points kicker to dicker get you?
Hey, think about
Hey,
it like
yo.
this.
Dicker to kicker.
AB, think about it like this. If you draft
Yes.
the kicker in the 5th and 6th
Did he have
round,
17 points?
18.
How much?
18.1.
18 points?
Every point
Hold on.
counts.
Dicker to kicker at 18. What did Kelsey have if you would have played him?
22.
Yeah, it's not a good example.
Hey,
Hold on,
don't bring that
no.
up.
That's
My
a great
boy's hurt.
example because look at the
Don't bring
game
that up.
Kelsey had.
Hey.
Think about the average tight end game. Stop, bro.
Hey, all I'll say is this.
First of all, at Fantasy Guys, we don't like average tight ends. Just want to throw that out there.
Hey, yo.
Tease.
But, hey,
Tease.
listen,
All
all
I'm
I-
saying is, go ahead.
All I'll say is this.
What?
You draft the kicker in the 5th and 6th round, you're going to end up in the same place that you ended up.
Where's that? With Jalen Hurts getting hurt, otherwise I would have took you out of the championship. Stop
Yes.
playing, man.
Yes, because now you don't have a
I
backup
had
to
two
replace
bump.
Jalen
I had.
Hurts. You took a
Stop,
kicker.
man. Listen, I wasn't.
You
feeling,
took a kicker.
Listen, I'd like to apologize to everybody that watches. I wasn't here last week. I wasn't feeling too hot. Otherwise, I would have came in on the rampage.
Oh, I know.
I lost
Why you
last
weren't
week
there.
to. I lost last week to Tony with pretty much two empty running back slots. I mean, I picked two guys up off the waiver wire.
No, great job.
You know,
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts gets a concussion. What is
Yeah.
what is Hurts average?
Probably like
You said-
25 at least.
Like 25.
Yeah.
He scored 4.96 points and he got out.
No.
I lost by 12.
I agree.
I lost
you
by
did a
12.
great job.
So Tony. It is the year of Tony.
I tried telling you that.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
It's not.
it's
Job's
not over.
finished. I know,
I'm not
I know,
saying
I know,
it's
I know,
over.
I know.
I'm just saying
Hey,
for even up until last
I
week.
believe.
But it don't matter. You know what? I'll be real with you. It really wouldn't have mattered because
Yo,
I would have not.
I gotta watch what I
I
say.
would've
'cause
knocked-
I feel
I
like
would've
there
knocked-
are clips after clip.
I would have knocked Tony
I'm not doing
out.
that. He's waiting for that.
But I would have knocked Tony out, and my team would have busted out anyhow. You know what I'm
Whoa.
saying? Jalen Hurts not playing.
That light is
No,
not
no,
even
for
on,
sure.
Yusuf.
I'm
But
just saying, Tony has a better opportunity of keeping the championship and bringing the championship home to the fantasy guys.
I mean, we're
You know.
we're excited for this championship game. I mean, the fantasy guys are in there. That's more important.
I was talking about the West. You guys are talking about the East.
Yeah.
As a competitor, you play guys like Fehmi, right? And he's one of them silent trash talkers, and I hate it. All yesterday, you guys, it's just fantasy, man. What are you talking about? It's just fantasy.
I was,
Yeah.
Tony,
Listen.
remember you used to tell us
He left me.
I did,
Listen. This is how much junk he talks silently.
I was hoping you didn't see that.
I'm chewing, He brings me food.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's
You
disrespectful.
You never bring somebody food while he chewing.
I was bringing
That's
it.
disrespectful.
No.
All right,
Okay.
because when you mention food to a
I
chewer,
put it in the
That's actually
kitchen.
worse.
hey,
I put
I'm
it- I put
telling
it
you,
in the
hey,
kitchen.
hey,
But you have
I'm
thinking
telling
about
you.
it. You have
No.
thinking about
Hey,
it now.
thank you.
You have him thinking about
I
it.
told him that before. I
okay,
said,
that
I
one,
said,
yeah.
I said, don't bring food to the den
I didn't.
because I smell it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And when they walked in, they smelled like food, so
Yes.
it definitely threw me off. And then on top of that, hey Mochi, I left you something in the kitchen. What you? What you mean left me in the kitchen?
First of all, what kind of food?
I go in the kitchen. Hey, I'm on.
Honey.
Hey, no. I'm on. It wasn't honey.
Yeah.
I go in the kitchen. I see lamb chops.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that too.
Ooh.
And hey, I don't eat lamb chops often. So my stomach started growling, and I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo. Oh, you know what? I peeped it out. You don't eat lamb chops. So he told me, oh, I'm good. I go back at the end of the night to grab, because I'm like, I'm not going to let it go to waste. I open it. What happened to lamb chops?
I don't eat lamb chops often, Tony.
Until yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny. So let me just do a quick recap because we want to give a shout out to everyone that's in that championship. So we got Moti against Tony going against one another on the east side of the fantasy guys. So this year we had a fantasy guys league in 2 leagues, East and West. So the champion, Moti and Tony are going to be going up against each other in the championship. And then on the west side, Tony's also in the championship going against my boy Vincent. Shout out to Vincent. He was looking good until Cup gave him 0 or whatever,
Yeah.
3.9, whatever it was. So what we're going to do for the next week, if we have 2 different winners, they're going to be going up against each other week 18. They're going to be receiving that plaque right there, the King of Fantasy. And those are the 2 championships as well. I mean, I know you probably can't see it. Unless you go wide screen. Those are the 2 championships as well that'll be going home to the winners. So, it should be fun. And I know a lot of other people are in the championship. So if you're tuning in and watching, feel free to shoot away your questions. We'll be sure to answer them. But today, since this is the last fantasy football show, we're going to have some fun. And this is also our last show before the new year. So the first air horn, Yusuf, if you can, hit us with the air horn. Moti and I were talking about this last week, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this as a actual podcast show, where we give out the Michigan Sports Awards. So we're focusing on the state of Michigan. Could be college football as well, college basketball as well. Okay, so first and foremost, we have greatest accomplishment, greatest sports moment, and then who was the overall MVP in all of our sports. Okay, so let's start off with the greatest accomplishment for a team in Michigan. If you want me to give you guys ideas.
It's Tigers going to the playoffs, baby.
How about Michigan winning the national championship?
Thank you. Those are the top 2 to me. I was gonna say
No,
those are the
Tigers going to the playoffs.
Why?
Because he's not a UFM fan.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
I mean, that's my answer because I'm not a
Well,
UFM fan.
the team was. Listen, here's the thing, though. Okay, when I think of 2024, I don't think about the one game that was played in 2024 for the Michigan Wolverines.
Is it up? But is it one of the candidates?
It's a 2023 thing.
Okay, so then tell him to take
No,
it
no,
out.
It's a thing. It's a thing. They
Okay,
won-
but
they
I
won in
know, I know,
2024.
and I hear that. And what I'm trying to tell you is my reason. See, here's the thing with Tony. You can't. If you're not aligned with Tony's thinking, you're just not right. He'll listen to what you have to say. He'll hear what you have to say. He won't listen to
That's
what
not
you're
true.
saying.
If
So
I listen to it and I'm hearing it,
So anyhow, the
I don't have to align with it. Then you're doing the exact thing you're saying I'm doing.
The Michigan National Championship was what? Okay, so let's talk about it, right? 2024, they won the national championship. That was what in January, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that was beginning in 2024. Now we go through the rest of the season. They finished. So they were what? 1-0, 1-0, 2-0 to start the year. Was that? Oh, that first playoff game was New Year's Eve, right? So
Okay.
the national championship game, we were 1-0. All right, where'd they go? 6-6.
Okay.
The rest of 2024.
We're
He
talking
said
about
accomplishment.
Seven
He
and
said
five.
accomplishment.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
that's
7-5.
what I think
See,
of.
you see, this
I think-
exactly goes
No.
back to his. Oh, Tony, don't listen.
No.
I don't make the rules.
Tony, you got U of M championship as the greatest sports moment.
Is it one of the? Is it up there?
I don't have candidates.
Can I-
You pick whatever you want, man. Greatest sports accomplishment for a team in Michigan in 2024. You got the Michigan Wolverines winning the national championship.
Absolutely. What greater accomplishment is there in a sport than to be at the mountaintop?
I am not a huge. Obviously, I'm not a Michigan fan. You know what I'm saying. So I am gonna go with the Tigers making
My
it
man.
as far. But
My man.
I completely understand to have the national championship as the greatest sports moment.
My
Monty,
man.
you got the same thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think this is the issue with society these days. We keep handing out participation trophies.
So I like this guy. I love this.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how can you not say that national championship is the greatest accomplishment in Michigan? I don't care if you're a fan or not. It's a championship. It's a national championship. They're the best college football team in the country. You know, Tigers, great run. We're all happy. We're all excited. You know, I see you wear your Ian Kinsler jersey, right?
Ian Kinsler.
So
That's cousin. That's first of all of all people you pick cousin Ian. Cousin,
Nah,
you pick
I
cousin
was joking.
Ian. You pick cousin Ian from Tel Aviv. That's who you picked. Yalla. Go.
I'm just joking, but
Nah, I know. I'm
No. It was a good run, man, and we're all excited. But we're talking about a championship versus the playoffs. It's easy.
Yeah.
All right. Next air horn. Greatest sports moments. So it could be one specific play in 2024. Me, it has to be Kerry Comforter's 3-run home run bomb against Cleveland. I know we ended up not winning that series, but we did win that game. That was like the one moment I can remember me screaming and yelling from the top of my lungs in a long time. That had to be, to me, the greatest sports moment was Kerry Carpenter's 3-run home run. That's for me.
4th and goal. When they beat Alabama.
Oh, stopping him?
Stop.
The stop?
Yeah.
That was, I can see that being a great moment.
He's a Michigan guy.
Yeah,
Hey,
it is.
listen,
I
Yeah.
am a Michigan
He's a
guy,
Michigan.
Well,
but
hold on. Was it January 1st?
ooh, that's a good question.
No.
But it
Was
doesn't
it?
matter. We get the
That
point.
was it New Year's
think
Eve?
it was. I
New
think it
Year's
was,
Eve
guys.
or New Year's Day?
No. They played those final
First
four
round.
after New
Sure?
Year's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have swore it was a New Year's
Hey, we
Eve.
can look it up.
Look it up. Hey,
It might
stat
have been
guy.
the
Just to
December
make- just to
30,
make
December
sure.
31st game. I'm telling you.
Put Michigan versus
All right.
Alabama football game. And it'll tell us.
And it'll pull up this year's.
Okay, Moti,
What a
if it
slap.
was,
Hey,
that would
you
agree with?
know, again, two great moments. But you know, this is why we have family on the show, or one of the many reasons why I have family on the show. That was one of the greatest moments because I remember the door to the den, the megaliths, the where we sit,
Yeah.
it was open.
Somebody tried to close it.
Somebody tried to close it, and we said, "Hey,
Yeah.
keep that door open.
Superstition.
Keep that door open," because they just made a play before then.
Yeah, don't change the setting.
Exactly.
It's superstition. I'm not.
All right, all right.
Don't change.
We kept
How
it
were
up.
you standing?
Hey,
How
we
were you looking
kept-
at the TV before?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Everybody
You guys
sit down where you were.
Yeah, sit down
Everybody
where
sit down where you were.
Where were you
Stop
guys
moving.
at? Hold on, don't move.
Stop moving.
Yeah, stop. Hold
Don't
on,
go to
bro.
the bathroom. Don't go to the-
Put your head back on. Don't play with me.
Exactly. Hey.
And if you are the person that did something different, you're being blamed.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Who do we blame? That
especially
one?
by the boys.
AG. We blamed AG for doing something that he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Nice
said,
to-
what,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Was
man.
it
So we got it.
January 1st?
Hey, so that moment was exciting because you know it was just a great moment, and we cheered and we yelled. You know, yeah.
I mean, I know this might have failed in 2023, but even Iffy's interception to clinch the NFC North for the first time, I remember that was another screaming moment for me.
Or
But I know it might have been like late 2023.
First of
though.
all,
hey, or
we get your videos. You have many screaming moments.
I mean, those were the top two of the last
They pick
year.
up a first down. Woo! Hey. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, Amelia, like, Baba, you okay?
Hey,
Like,
I-
it's one of those. Like, it got to a point where, you know, they go with it.
They do.
Like, because now they just know that's how he is.
Yeah.
Like before they used to be scared.
I mean,
That's all true.
yeah,
all
or
true.
because our greatest sports moment could be all the way up until the start of the third quarter of the NFC Championship.
Nah, I can't.
What do you mean,
We
nah?
lost.
We
We lost.
were-
Hold on,
we
but
were
I'm talking
riding-
about up until
riding
the start of the third
high.
quarter because
Yeah.
there was everybody booking their tickets to Vegas.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that moment? What did we do and change at halftime? Where was everybody sitting?
Hey, I have,
Where-
I have somebody
Yeah,
to
yeah,
blame.
he-
Cousin
he
Sal.
got proof, he got proof.
Cousin Sal, he was there and he left at halftime, and that's when our kicking situation, because we were calling him the kicker because he played soccer, and he left, and then things started messing up, so we actually blamed him for that loss because we didn't kick the field goals or nothing, and so
Yeah, not do it at field goal.
Sal?
Man. It was too
No, Sal Flint.
Yeah, he
It was
played
too-
soccer.
I think he has a little soccer in,
Oh,
his,
okay.
in his repertoire. I don't know if he actually played. All right, last one is who was the MVP of all of our sports in the state of Michigan? Every sport, who was the MVP? All right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
That's a
that
tougher
one, and it
one.
was really, it was really a tough one.
That is a tough one,
It was a really tough one. Again, nobody from the Pistons.
for sure.
100. No,
Yeah.
Yusuf gave me a look like what? Like, huh?
No,
Who?
nobody from the
Who?
Pistons.
Your boy Ivy or
I'm-
Kate?
I'm-
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Killian
know.
Hayes, right?
That is
Your
his boy.
Your boy.
Hey,
That was his
we
boy,
did have a
Killian
comment
Hayes.
that said Andy Ibanez is down the line RBI double to secure the Astros series was a big hit as
That's
well.
That
huge.
was a big-
That was a huge hit.
That was a
So go ahead. What's up? Who's the MVP? Does anybody got an answer right now?
Dan
I'm-
Campbell.
I was
No,
gonna.
it gotta be a player.
Yeah, gotta be a player for sure. I mean, how about we go with
You could go college.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff? Yes. How about
Like,
we
with
go with
the-
Jared Goff?
yeah.
Because Jared Goff's throw to Amon Ra versus the Rams was huge.
It was.
When they converted that first down, that throw was just had to been there.
And he's having an amazing year this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they've been chanting Jared, like the fans, like Detroit was known. You heard it at Tigers games. You were hearing it at the draft. You're hearing it at Red
Grocery
Wings games.
stores.
Dude. You were hearing that at opposing stadiums. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody was chanting that Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Hey, we need that going
So
again.
I mean, in reality, with the way that we've gone crazy here in Detroit, you know what I mean. Finally having the Lions do something here.
I agree. Jared Goff
I
to me
agree.
is the MVP of the state of Michigan. I think
Did you
Jared
have
Goff is for
somebody
sure the
else,
MVP.
No, I was thinking Jim Harbaugh. But he said players. so.
Yeah, players.
Yeah,
I mean, I said Dan
Jared
Campbell.
Goff.
You got Jared Goff
Yeah.
too, Tony. Why you got Jared Goff, man?
I mean, just a consistent play. We're seeing something from the Lions we haven't seen for decades, and that is, consistently, playing well, being at the top of the division, and having expectations. Our expectations usually are preseason, and then they fall off right around second week of September. And I think with the consistency at quarterback now as a team, and it's his team. I feel like it really is his team, and we have our expectations, man, all year. Super Bowl.
In the year of 2024, Jared Goff got us, like Moti said, he got us 2 playoff wins, which we never seen before in my history, in my lifetime. 2 playoff wins from Jared Goff in the year of 2024. He got us the best record that we ever had in the history in 2024.
One other thing we can't, as Detroit fans, and we're in football season now, so always think of football. But let's not forget about the Triple Crown winner. Not forget about Tarek Skubal.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about what this guy did. You know what I mean? Let's be real. I was just kind of running in my head. Like, the Tigers making their run, you're thinking of their offense, but you're thinking Kerry Carpenter's hit, right? So we think of Riley Green.
Andy Ibanez.
Yep. We're thinking about some of these guys that are our stars. We're like, even Andy Ibanez, no one really kind of, he came up.
Yeah.
No one really knew. Like, our guys coming back were supposed to be Torkelson, who sucked. Javier Baez, who had the worst statistical season of his career. You know what I mean?
I mean, come on. He did. I agree with you about Torque not being there. But,
Sure.
I mean, these guys ended up coming up with big hits to extend the
No.
on that.
I'm just
You know,
saying.
they were part of the process.
I'm talking about overall.
No, for sure.
Coming up like these weren't on anybody's radar. You
Yeah.
know, you had to be a Detroit sports fan to know who our lineup was. Think about it, right?
That's true. Because nobody, even AJ Hinch didn't know what the lineup was an hour before the game. He would just start plugging and playing, and right before the game started.
Yeah.
Whenever
So
deadline is.
when Miguel Cabrera back in 2000 whatever won the Triple Crown batting, we got to give we got to give some props out to Scooble.
Hey, you know what?
I think he's up there. I want to
Yeah,
mention it out
I
there
think what hurt
for
him-
Detroit sports
No,
fans.
for sure.
Like,
He definitely earned
for
it.
Detroit sports awards. You can't forget about what Tarek did.
Would you re-sign him?
Absolutely.
That's why the media is not trying to make it bigger than
He had
what
that
it
bad.
is.
Okay, he had that bad
They're
game.
scared because
Oh, yeah.
that
That
money's
cost-
coming.
that cost. us
You know
going
they offered him
forward,
a big contract. He's looking for 40 plus.
He's
crazy.
He's
But
looking.
I think
he's looking
that's
to
crazy.
shop. He's looking for the shop the market right now, and people are getting paid. Come
And
on,
then
man.
People are
getting paid.
I mean, let's be real, man.
Yeah.
Just because you helped an organization.
15 years, 765 million.
Yeah, it's wild.
Juan Soto.
Yeah, that's crazy. But shout out to, again, Jared Goff. You are our 2024 The Fantasy Guys MVP of the year for the state of Michigan. So kudos to you. Give him a round of applause, Yusuf, before we move on to the next air horn. Yusuf, if you can. All right, go ahead and hit me with the next air horn. Okay? NFL MVP award 2 weeks ago. It came out. I ended up saying that Josh Allen is for sure the MVP, no questions asked. But I'm not going to lie to you. These last couple weeks got my opinion changing a little bit. I might still give Josh Allen maybe a slight edge. But if we're being honest here, Lamar has better numbers this year. Mm-hmm. That's number one. He only has one less, I think, win than Josh Allen this year. Or maybe two, whatever it is. But he beat him head to head. But the one guy that I think deserves more credit, he's not going to get it because his team's record, but Joe Burrow had a monster season, guys. I just want to throw that out there. His name should at least be mentioned just to give him his respect. 42 passing touchdowns with one more week left to go.
So,
he's going to lead the league in passing touchdowns. He just had a great year.
Oh, it will.
He had a great year.
Like we said,
But I think it's Lamar against Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson has for sure entered the chat, having his best season of his career. And
Lamar won it last year, being 10th, 15th, and 12th, respectively, finishing in categories in passing and touchdowns and yards or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So someone came out and he was talking about somebody was talking on Lamar's behalf about how his numbers are so much better this year.
Yeah.
Right? To how could you not give it to Josh Allen? But then again, you got to speak the narrative, right? So Lamar won it last year, not being a top quarterback, but what he did for his team, X, Y, and Z. So, you can't sit there and say, for an example, I'm not saying you guys are saying this, but to say that Josh Allen is not the front runner because Lamar's got better numbers, well, there was 15 guys that had better numbers than Lamar last year at the quarterback position. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just what Lamar did to his team and how he brought up his team, and obviously before Derrick Henry. But
who do you guys MVP right now, Tony?
I feel like Josh Allen did it on a bigger stage when everybody was watching against KC, against Detroit. So I think that might give him the edge. And the fact that Lamar's probably already won two, that might, some voters might want to say, we want to give it to somebody different. And, he is deserving of it. I mean, I feel like the Joe Burrow situation, if they make the playoffs, he enters the conversation. But they got way too much to happen.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like, as a voter, let's say you were on the panel, you're voting for MVP, do you feel that the addition of Derrick Henry could take a little bit away from the
No, because Lamar Jackson played how Lamar Jackson played.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he had better numbers.
Yeah.
He had 10
He had
times better numbers compared to what I'm
Not
telling you.
10 times. It's not.
He had a lot better. His numbers were a dramatic increase in his numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come on. What do you mean?
Okay, how about
dramatic
this?
increase.
Okay,
hold on.
here's my
Due to the
answer.
fact of having a superstar in the backfield to kind of bring more up in the box to stop him, right? And I think that's why people are talking about Josh Allen as
Yeah,
well.
because there's no superstar.
Like James Cook is doing James Cook, but it's not the Derrick Henry,
Right.
And
It's not a name brand.
Yeah.
Okay. But if Derrick Henry was in the conversation, I would probably agree with you. But the fact that, a lot of people don't even consider him to be the best running back, and he's not in the conversation, he's not. What?
I'm not
Saquon
talking
is.
about the best. Okay, so if Saquon's one in total yards and touchdown, I'm saying who's two?
I'm telling you what.
Derrick Henry.
I'll tell you what. If Derrick Henry had Saquon's numbers, and he was in a MVP conversation,
But that's why
then I would agree.
But that's why nobody's talking about Jalen Hurts.
Moti, who you got?
I think
Yeah,
it's
man.
gonna be Josh Allen.
I got Josh Allen for the reason of these guys mentioned it. He's doing it with lesser talent. I mean, I was talking about this yesterday. I think Josh Allen thrives when he doesn't have to think about throwing to a receiver. What I mean by that is, when you have a number one receiver, he demands targets. I think Josh Allen makes mistakes like that. When a quarterback is just running the offense, I think, he's better like that.
Yeah.
Because, you go through your reads. You don't have to, this guy's complaining to the media, I need the ball. Now he's focused on there. Now the defense knows that too. So it's like, to me, it's Josh Allen's best year of his career. Derrick Henry does make things easier for Lamar and that whole offense, and that's why I got Josh Allen.
I mean, do you feel like Fahmy has that issue with having
Buckets
on his
Yeah,
team?
yeah,
that
yeah.
Buckets needs to be looked at, and that kind of throws Tony off.
Absolutely.
Because Tony
No,
would be
at
a
this
lot.
point-
You can
Tony
ask
be
me
a,
that.
Tony
You
be
can
a
ask
lot
me that
better of a
question.
point guard. I'm asking Moti.
disagree.
I know, but I'm saying you
but
can't ask
but
me that.
Moti's the coach. He's the one that evaluates the talent. He's the guy that knows everything about his players. He's willing to.
If you ask
But
me,
he's
I would
willing,
agree.
Yeah, but he's willing to.
I would
admit that-
agree.
well, we're getting to you. You're jumping the gun here. I'm talking.
I
to the
disagree
coach.
because I think at this point of Tony's career, Billy Buckets helps his status as a player. Because
Wow.
There's no question.
Wow.
Who helps Amar?
I don't disagree.
Wow.
Billy helps Tony because Tony could just dish it to him and
Easier?
get that easy layup. You know what I'm saying? Not saying nothing wrong, with Tony, but let's be honest. They would have not probably won without Billy Buckets. You
Hey,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
listen, guys.
I don't think they win
Hey,
without
hey,
Tony.
guys,
These
his
guys
voice
are
got
crazy.
deeper.
oh,
Listen,
for sure, for
his
sure.
voice
they
got
don't.
deeper. He's about
I
to
was
say
gonna
something.
For
You
sure,
guys
they not
are
won without
crazy.
Tony.
You guys are crazy.
Tone knows that.
I'm not saying.
Hey.
See you.
No, I know, but this is what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Tony.
That's what we do.
Tony. They for sure would have not even.
Play me one-on-one.
Who?
Yeah, keep talking.
No, I'm saying
You. What?
they would have not even made the playoffs, even though everyone makes the playoffs without Tony. That's what I'm trying
Hey
to
guys,
say.
hey guys, real quick.
Guys, his voice got deep. Let
real
him speak.
quick. Buckets had opportunity in the past 3-4 years to show off his talent. He needed a guy like Fahmy to put him in that position. So no, I think Buckets got better because Fahmy's on the team, in my opinion.
Okay, but let me ask you this: does someone like Buckets help Tony become a better player?
Absolutely, he
That's
does.
what I'm saying.
But,
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, to me, who helps the other
Who, more?
right?
I can agree.
I got
agree.
Fahmy. I got Fahmy helping Buckets out because, like I
I agree.
said,
I agree with
hey,
that.
the point guard.
What Fahmy? What people don't understand is, Fahmy is not only the point guard and the leader, but he's also the coach. So he played both roles. You know what I'm saying, for that team. So I think without that they lose.
And then
Time
Billy,
out, time out,
Billy
time
really
out,
didn't
time out.
talk a lot.
Time
Billy
out.
didn't
Hold
talk
on,
a lot.
Moti. Hold on, Moti. Fahmy, what's your coaching strategy?
With what?
What's your coaching strategy? He says you're the coach. What's your coaching strategy?
With what though?
With his basketball. Come on, bro.
On
Be
offense.
real. Be real. Go ahead.
The hot hand.
Okay. This is
And
really.
on,
This
and
is
on
it.
defense, communicate.
That's it.
on defense.
That's it. Yeah. I'm
Call
just saying.
screens out, call
I'm
screens
just
out.
saying. I'm just saying.
I
Moti
swear.
giving
Just
him this.
communicate.
Moti giving him this credit, like he's the.
Nah.
No.
I had multiple conversations with
I-
Fahmy,
no,
and I ain't
know.
gonna lie to you, dog. He's
know,
all right.
You know, and I know that coaching and sometimes being a captain on
Be-
a team
be the hot
is
hand.
all about psychology.
Yeah.
Facts.
You just got to make
Hey,
sure you massage enough egos.
As long
There you
as
go.
as long as you get the guys that can have their egos massaged.
Hey, yo.
Because there's guys.
Listen.
Guys, I'm telling you, it's
There's
very
guys
simple.
that you
Absolutely.
can't
Hey,
do that.
great
hey, you know what,
guys.
AB?
It's
Hey,
easy when you got
AB
great
made a
guys.
great point, right?
You know this.
And
already.
I think he's one of the best at that.
I think
Bro,
he is too.
he massages your ego.
Whoa.
He massages my ego.
Oh, he does.
He massages everybody's
Oh, I
ego.
get-
Hey,
oh, I
Tone, Tone knows how to massage ego.
I get that
calm
big.
down.
Listen
Hey, yo.
to me, bro.
Hey,
fellas,
open up a massage
my
parlor.
wife watches this show.
I'm one of the older guys in the league. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the guys I have my conversations with could be younger than I am. But when I get that Tony call, like
Yeah,
when my phone
exactly.
when my
Make phone
phone
calls.
says Tony,
Exactly.
he'll say, I'll answer the phone and say, "What did I do now?"
Yes. It's exactly
Like,
how he answers
that's
it.
exactly how I answer the phone. When Tony's calling him, he's like, "Fuck, what did I do
See?
now?"
Yeah.
It is. It's that big brother effect that
Right.
he does. He
Right.
knows how to, but he's also stubborn. He doesn't like to listen.
Well,
Hey, shout out to Tony, man. Listen, great guy.
He is. He's like he's like the father of the show.
Yes, father of
The league.
the community.
Yeah. For real.
Shout out to Tony. I'm actually not the last air horn. Go ahead and give me another air horn. So this one's gonna actually be a little longer. So actually, let's run an ad because number 3 and number 4 are gonna be pretty long because we're gonna be discussing, the fantasy season and predictions. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to Unique Coney Island, Yusuf, and then we're gonna keep things rolling. So shout out to Unique Coney Island. You need something that's gonna hit the spot? Unique Coney Island. Come get it while it's hot. Unique Coney Island. Like G-Mac Cash said it, man, make sure you stop by Unique Coney Island. They're famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, burgers, and much more. They also now have a reward system. For every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. So be sure to visit their website at uniqueconeyisland.com or call them at 1586-554-7931. Good against them last year too. San Fran.
Just so you know, I'm playing golf.
All right, here we go. We got the NFL. I mean, we're gonna do some fantasy football since this is our season finale. Okay, so we're gonna talk about who's the most surprised. The most surprising and the most disappointing fantasy players from each position.
Whoa.
Hold it. All right, so most surprising.
Oh, that right there just lost Tony one of the fantasy championships. I can see it. And I think it's going to be the one in the East.
Choo!
I feel like the bottom corner there's something going on over there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like.
No, it's on the wire.
No, you'll see what I'm talking about, Yusuf.
Yeah,
This
it's
one,
right here.
the round. Yeah.
My man, Danny, y'all look flashy.
That
Look at the
could
light.
have been-
Look at the
that-
light.
Yeah, that could be the cover or something like that in there. that
Look
would
at the
cover
light, Yusuf. You'll see what I'm talking about right there.
It's
Yeah,
in the bottom, yeah, right there.
whatever that is.
That's good.
All right.
All right,
Nothing
so let's keep it
happened,
rolling.
guys.
Yeah. All right. So with that said, first of all, let's start off with surprising, most disappointing. Let's start off with quarterbacks. Who is the most surprising and who is the most disappointing? I'll start off with surprising. I think Baker Mayfield is for sure the answer. I don't know if y'all agree. I mean, Jaden Daniels is definitely up there as well. But Baker Mayfield was on nobody's radar. I believe he's a top 5 fantasy quarterback. So shout out to Baker Mayfield. Do you agree with me, Moti, on that one?
Yeah, I agree, but my quarterback is Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix has coming out.
We can see. You can.
We can
do it.
rewind back the tape where I said about Bo
No,
Nix.
no,
Can we get to the point, AB? Dang it.
Damn, that was such a guilty con. Like he already knew he was bah. You make a lot of bad takes. It's okay, Omar. That's why I'm here. What I'm saying.
I don't see them on the.
What I'm saying is, let's leave the rookies out of it. Is what I was trying to say, because nobody really knew what to expect out of the rookies. Let's talk about guys that we knew were coming back as starters. I think by putting Bo Nix in there, I mean it's a great answer, but I feel like I feel like you know what I mean. With Bo Nix, we didn't know where he was coming from last year. Now, if you're coming out of like quarterbacks of last year, like Kirk Cousins. Coming from one plot or Baker Mayfield, like you said, you knew you wanted Baker Mayfield maybe 10 to 15, right? As far as like top 10 to 15 quarterbacks.
No.
Not even.
But that's my point. Kind of maybe a returning quarterback. I think would make it a little more.
So let me get this right.
a little more. I'm just saying a little
bro,
more.
you can answer this however way you want it, man. Just answer.
know, I'm
you know
just-
what I'm saying?
All that just to agree with him?
Yeah. Who you got?
You agreed with him.
He's the host.
Smart man. Okay.
I learned something from you, Tony.
Yeah, I don't agree with him though on a lot of things, but if I had to say, yeah, man, it could be Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is coming back from
I got a
what
good one
happened
too.
last year.
Moti's boy Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's another one. Hey, I might give it to Sam Darnold more than he started. Both of those guys that we mentioned, prior, started number 1 on depth chart. This guy was number 2. Only got in there because of the injury to JJ McCarthy and ballin'.
Are you talking about like your big? Are we talking?
I think-
Darnold?
Biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise.
Sam Darnold.
Coming into the season.
That's a good
right?
one. That's a good one.
Sam Darnold's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have an answer?
No.
Okay. I think it's between Baker Mayfield.
No,
and
I mean
Darnold.
I agree with you on Baker. Like biggest surprise, like positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baker. I mean, you knew Joe Burrow was going to do what obviously he does. He does it every year. You know what I mean? your Josh Allen's, your Lamar Jackson's, your Kyler Murray's coming back. You know what I mean? Everybody with Jared Goff. Let's be realistic. You know, people were high on Brock Purdy. That's where again Baker's was rated ranked below all those guys.
What's more surprising to you, Baker or Sam Darnold?
What's more surprising has got to be Sam Darnold because you didn't think once they left and you felt like Minnesota was drafting JJ to be their future, right? No one's drafting a quarterback to come out and play this year. I don't think Minnesota thought they were going to do what they did this year. They picked up Green Bay's trash, and please, I'm not calling Aaron Jones trash. I'm saying Green Bay got rid of Aaron Jones, right?
Yeah.
They wanted Josh Jacobs. They just you don't ship a good player in division.
Hey, I think Sam Darnold would have beat JJ out of training camp. By the way, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, but
I think he did.
But we all said that Minnesota drafting JJ was a good pick because JJ is going to thrive with all those weapons. Same Sam Darnold. This is the first time in his career he had all those weapons.
Yeah, and they're talking about the
Kevin O'Connell.
He's genius too.
Yeah,
He's a quarterback guru.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I told people this. Aaron Jones, I thought was gonna hurt the Packers more than help the Vikings. Dude, that guy, he definitely opens up their offense. But the year Josh Jacobs is having, I'm really shocked.
Yeah,
he's great.
Because I think if Jordan Love played better, they are way more dangerous.
And AJ,
and I think they are.
Hurt. Like
They
AJ
could beat
Dillon
any
just
team.
out for the season. Or did they trade him or get rid of him?
Yeah,
like
I don't know what happened.
because you haven't heard. Yeah, you
They
haven't
didn't
heard
trade
AJ. Yeah, I think he got hurt. I think he just.
No, they had
AJ Dillon.
AJ Dillon.
yeah.
Oh, he got hurt. I thought he got Aaron Jones.
Brooks looks like the
backup.
Yeah, their backup looks like what AJ Dillon should have been. Bro, plowing through people.
All right, let's move on from quarterback. I mean, that was disappointing. Who's a disappointing quarterback?
Aaron
Pat Mahomes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Pat Mahomes.
Hey, good ones. That's good ones right there.
Pat Mahomes.
Go look at his numbers,
I don't care.
homie.
Look, hey, the only number that matters to me.
Go look
talking
at his
fantasy, though. We're talking
number. It's
fantasy.
fantasy, baby. Go look at his
talking
numbers.
fantasy.
Pat Mahomes was the
Okay.
top 2-3 quarterback taken in all drafts, and his numbers are.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Aaron Rodgers is a good one too. But if we're talking
Fantasy.
I'm gonna throw another name out there, and I think CJ Stroud to me.
Oh yeah, that's the
Oh,
answer.
yeah.
You know,
Man,
CJ Stroud.
Boy, they gotta fix that
100%.
offensive
Hey,
line.
Bro,
a
forget offensive
sophomore
line.
slump.
Forget offensive line,
You
guys.
forget offensive line. The guy
I know
getting
he
sacked
did,
7
but
times
there are
a game.
throws
Guy.
that he would make.
Yeah, yeah.
You have from Michigan.
Trust me, man.
Hey,
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
Stop
you're
it.
talking-
I'm
He
being real.
looked
We're talking
terrible this
fantasy.
year.
See, your problem is you keep thinking of him being a Buckeye.
We're talking about-
You guys won 4 in a row, bro. Be happy. I'm happy.
We're not talking about that.
Listen, CJ Stroud has no offensive line.
CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson to me is
Every-
also another one.
Anthony Richardson, I don't think was any good.
All right, who did they trade on the offensive line? Who'd they lose?
But that's not the same offensive.
they got better
That
at the
is-
running back
no,
position.
that is not the same offensive
That is
line.
not the same CJ Stroud from last year, bro.
For sure, man.
That's not
He
the
was
same offensive
terrible,
line.
bro.
He didn't listen. Okay, go
CJ
ahead.
Stroud is the answer.
We'll get
to
back.
me. Yeah,
Listen,
well, CJ Stroud's the
we'll
answer.
get-
All right, next air horn. You said let's do running backs right quick.
Yeah, you know, it's funny for a guy that don't. He says I don't listen. 3 people agreed on CJ Stroud.
Okay, but I don't think 3 people. So you're telling
again,
me
you have an
you're
opinion. That's
telling
okay.
me- You're telling me that CJ Stroud had a great year last year, and you're telling me there's nothing changed within that offensive. Like CJ Stroud was still getting all that pressure.
I think he has a
all
new
of a
center.
sudden he was. Hold on, but all of a sudden he was Lamar, and he was.
Yeah, he
running,
was.
and there was. Come on, man. The guy
Bro,
was sitting back throwing like.
I ain't gonna
Baby,
lie
I
to you.
drafted CJ Stroud in 2 leagues.
Right, I watched
Okay,
him
and
last
what's
year.
that? What's that mean?
Bro,
what's that
I
got?
watched him
I'm
last
saying I watched
year.
him a little more
He
than
was getting
usual.
out the
Yeah.
pocket, escaping, making unbelievable throws, and you're like, wow.
Just watch the Baltimore game just this past whatever day it was,
Yeah, yeah.
okay?
That's what he got sacked 7
He
times.
missed so
Joe
many
Mixon, he missed Joe
throws.
Mixon a lot.
He's also,
Hey,
bro.
Schultz,
I
Michael
swear, to
Philly.
you, like you guys
That's what he
haven't
does.
seen all season. The guy,
Getting sacked. Okay, that doesn't matter though.
he's got no protection.
I'm talking about
Okay.
the plays where he is. There's protection.
Omar,
and he's missing.
Omar,
the
you
throws.
play quarterback. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the plays where there is protection. He was missing throws.
But when you're used to running for your life, that's not, okay, there's no problem. I'm not going to argue. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's opinions right now. So, most surprising running back fantasy wise, I'm gonna quickly say Chase Brown. Is that fair?
Yeah, Steele?
Surprising? Yeah,
surprising.
surprising.
Yeah,
Chase
I would
Brown.
say that.
Balled out. You know, had a great year. To me, if he's the only running back in Cincinnati, is he a second rounder?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying like, I think
What
he's
do
the
you mean?
second round.
He started splitting with Zach Moss. But
Zach- yeah,
I
think Zach
feel
Moss
like
won a 2-year contract.
I feel like and it sucks, but I feel like there's guys that came out of this, like guys that were drafted in the 3rd and the 4th round. I mean, I know I got Mixon late. I got Jacobs really late.
Jacobs is another.
Yeah,
good
there's
one.
a lot of running backs now to take over and a starting spot. You know, Chase Brown did really well. I mean, I would say a guy like Jacobs. I did. James Conner.
Jacobs might be a first rounder next year, bro.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Like,
and
a
what
late
was his
first rounder.
what was his ADP?
Hey,
He was
do
mad-
not
he had
mention James Conner
Yeah, I don't.
unless you want 94.
Moti lost a lot of respect.
Traveling east.
Like
lost
I
a lot
said,
of respect for
like
him.
I said, he dropped 20. He dropped almost 30 for us last week.
All right,
I have him on the
surprising.
team,
Surprising, Moti. Who you got?
Well, I got a
but
couple
he was
of them.
questionable.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. You know,
Try to tell 'em.
that come to mind. One is Bucky Irvin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
To me, he had a surprising year. Even though he looked good in Oregon, so it looked like, he was one of those twitchy running backs. But he's thriving there. And I got Tyrone Tracy, my boy.
Yes, you discovered
You
him.
know, for sure. You know, he was a late round pick. I probably got him.
Well, yeah, he was. He
14,
he was
15 round.
behind. Yeah, but he was behind Devin Singletary.
Yeah,
he was,
so
Yeah.
he was the backup. You
I
know,
mean-
when you
Hey,
handcuff.
but
the
you know
guy.
what? Shout out to Moti and Jose. Moti discovered Tracy,
yeah.
and Jose drafted the buck stops here, buddy. Bucky Irvin
Oh, did he?
in almost all the leagues that I was in with him.
And also another candidate for surprising is Chuba Hubbard. By the way, had a great year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's surprising, but
He came on last year. He
that
came on
is
last
because
year.
everybody because of the Bryce Young experiment, was afraid to touch anybody with Carolina.
Yeah.
So I think that Chuba lasted. I think people would passed him up until it was kind of like I have to take him here to steal.
Do you have an answer for, or do you
No,
double
I
down?
I agree
Miles
with
Sanders.
Bucky Irvin or
Okay.
what's it called? That was a mistake.
The most disappointing running
What was
backs
the
in
mistake?
Miles
fantasy.
Sanders.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh,
Like, what
I
makes
thought you
Chuba-
knew about my mistake.
No.
I think the
Most
most
disappointing.
Hey, the most disappointing running back for me is it's early, guys. I always mess up with names, but the New England running back,
Ramadre.
Ramon Stevenson. Ramon Stevenson's
Ramadre.
he was drafted high. When I mean high, when I say high, I'm saying top 5 rounds, right?
Yes.
He was drafted into one of the top 5 rounds in a lot of places. I mean, I avoided him for that reason. He had fumble issues. He, gets hurt or whatever the situation is. I think he was disappointing this year for me.
Well,
I mean,
I
McCaffrey,
would say
McCaffrey doesn't count.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, I mean, does he count or no? I mean,
Why not?
Well, he
injured,
got hurt,
injured.
and then we're throwing Kenneth Walker in there too. If you want to talk about that,
And Brees Hall to me was in there.
Brees
You know
Hall,
what?
Brees Hall, big
Ooh,
time.
Brees Hall's going.
With Ramadre, though, people remember last year toward the playoff run, he had some really big games. And coming off of, or thinking about a New England team rebuilding, you figure if you have to pick some person, because he was getting a lot of dump offs, right? He was getting a lot of passes out of the backfield. That's why his value was so high. Because I agree with you. He didn't produce he had a couple big games, okay. Not enough to really get him out there. As far as McCaffrey, yeah, he's the guy who was supposed to be number 1 overall pick. I think they handled the situation. I think that the 49ers handled the situation and releasing information out to the public kind of hurt a lot of fantasy people because, they knew this. Feel like they knew the severity of that injury.
Will he be number 1 next year, guys?
Bro, I don't think McCaffrey's
No,
gonna be
who?
the same anymore.
Hold on.
way.
Leave me hell no.
I don't
Who you
think-
going with?
Who, McCaffrey? Hell no.
I'm not.
Hold on. Who you going with?
Put it this way.
Chase. I agree.
I had Chase number 1.
I like
telling
Chase.
You, I was too
Well,
afraid.
what about
I was
Saquon? You guys
too
want-
afraid to
Saquon?
pull that
Yeah,
trigger.
I'll do Saquon.
You guys understand Saquon's like 162 yards, something like that, from away from 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
To
yeah.
me,
268 from
it's
the
crazy.
268.
And by
from
the way,
No, but he only wanted to
he
do
got to do it
16
today,
games.
or else it don't count. For
Yeah.
me.
because it was
Moti,
17.
hey,
Well,
I don't know
didn't
why
Dickerson?
everybody- why is everybody
didn't Dickerson
surprised?
do it in like a 14-game season?
Yeah, but I give him 16.
We're giving him 16 because
Yeah.
we grew up with 16. But
Right.
this guy, man, this is the one thing that I respect about this
Let's
guy.
get it
Is that this guy, there's a bar,
for sure.
and then there's the Moti standard.
Absolutely.
And he sets it. I saw a shirt they were advertising. The standard is the standard.
Mm-hmm.
It was for Pittsburgh, Steelers. His wife was selling the shirts. And all I saw was Moti's face plastered right on there.
Moti
is Mike
He can
Tomlin.
pass for like a
Bro,
Mike Tomlin. Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah.
No, they think the same way. Travis Etienne was a bust, by the way. This
Oh
year, too.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Forgot
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, Travis Etienne. I mean,
Hey,
it was-
I mean, honestly, Bijan didn't have a great
yes, he
year.
did.
Yes, he did. Hey, believe it or not, he did.
Hold on,
yesterday.
stop.
he
This
did.
guy gotta stop.
Hey, he had
You
a
gotta
great
figure out
year.
what
He had a
wants.
great year.
Man,
He had a great year.
This guy's like windshield wipers.
Did he finish top 5?
You're
Yes.
like
Yes.
windshield wipers. The
Okay.
Atlanta
Yes.
Falcons are the number 1 offense in the
He
league,
did.
bro.
Because I'm disappointed.
Yeah, he had a monster
He's
year.
number 4?
4.
He's
Wow,
the only
that's
guy.
solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the only
Wow,
guy
that's
that
a
actually.
quiet.
He's the only guy
Hey,
that balled out.
Edit.
Kirk Cousins.
Edit it out. Take it out.
Kirk
All right.
Cousins.
Next one up is tight ends because you know
All of
we
them.
love the tight ends.
All of them were disappointing.
No, they weren't. No,
Not,
they
All
weren't.
of
not
them
my
were
guy.
Hey, who? Mark Andrews?
Absolutely.
There's 3.
He
You know
was
what?
still-
You
he's
know
all right.
what?
He's all right.
I gotta say this, man.
Borderline disappointing.
Stop it.
I gotta say this. Tony got a lot of grief in the
Yes.
beginning. In the beginning of this season, he
Absolutely.
dropped a take, for the first opening of the NFL season about Mark Andrews.
Okay.
And boy, he was wrong for the first 4 to 5 weeks.
Okay. What was he right about?
Because
though?
he was coming off an
He
injury.
said he's gonna be.
What
the
was he
number one-
right about? Okay, hold on.
He said he's gonna be the number one
surprising he was
fantasy.
gonna be up
Okay,
there.
what is he? What is Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews right now
Number
is
4,
number
5?
6.
Okay, number 6. Look up Sam Laporta. Where's Sam Laporta?
No, that I didn't rip him for that one.
I'm not ripping. I'm not saying
All
you
I'm
ripped him.
saying is
Yeah,
I'm
where's he
saying
at?
we gotta
Guys,
give him props. I don't know.
guys.
Tell me where Laporta's
disappointing.
at.
He's wait 7, 8,
'Cause
9,
I-
10,
And I'll
11.
tell you, my
Hey,
wife-
out of the
my-
top 12.
In
Hey, my
3
wife-
drafts, I was in,
But Fry was played already.
Laporta was the first tight end taken off the board.
for sure.
Who?
For
Laporta?
sure.
Yeah.
First tight end off
Hey,
the
I'm
board.
gonna tell you guys one
Where did he
thing.
finish?
Hey,
13?
He's
My-
11, but he's still got 2 weeks left,
Listen,
and some of these guys played already.
My
So
wife
he'll be
doesn't
top
watch.
10.
My wife doesn't watch football, but she knows 2 players:
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews and Nick Chubb. Okay, that's what she knows. And every time, how did Mark Andrews do today? What did Nick Chubb do?
Why is that?
Because he
Because of-
guaranteed.
Yeah, because of this guy right here,
Hey,
man.
but hey, what was this bet between you and Zia? It was a dinner or something? 'Cause
Yeah, yeah,
he goes-
Yeah, we all
We
coming.
would've
We all
taken-
coming.
We all
100%.
coming.
Yeah, where at?
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
we're at. I tell you.
Yo.
Was
Hey, I'm a
Ziad?
fantasy
Hey,
guy.
Ziad,
Come on now.
throw a comment on the show.
Yeah, Zia, let us
so
know.
Mark Andrews has a 30-point lead over Sam Laporta, and this is the last week of fantasy. So Ziad Laporta needs to get 31 points.
I hope not.
Wow,
He needs
I
to
might,
get
I
31
might just
points.
need that.
All right, but we gotta give credit to Ziad because his sleeper was Brock Bars.
For
who's,
sure.
to me, the most surprising player. I know he's a rookie, AB, but he's
Yeah.
still the most surprising.
No, no,
I think
yeah.
we all
Number
agreed
one.
Brock
Yeah,
Bowers
no,
was gonna
absolutely.
ball out.
I mean,
Wasn't
I
just
got
Ziad.
following him.
I know, but he called him. I gotta give
Yeah,
him.
I mean,
following-
we had to. I mean,
Yeah.
if we
No,
knew
no,
what
they
the
didn't have a
question
quarterback
was.
there, so it's.
You know
it is
what though?
surprising.
But following college football, like a lot of us are college guys, right? We kind of pay attention to what's going on in college. We knew that Brock Bowers was coming off of a pretty significant injury at the end of his college career after the bowl game, or he didn't play in the bowl game since they didn't make the playoff. And then coming into season, if you're reading and you're getting alerts and you're kind of looking into stuff, you're seeing that Brock Bowers was still being bothered by his foot. So yeah, I would definitely say he was a surprise on the fact of you want to say, this guy just came out of college with an injury. You don't want to kind of touch this guy. But man, I mean, if the Raiders could have did that with Devontae, I would have been 100 times right with Adams and where I drafted him everywhere.
And a guy that obviously is also surprising the way he finished the season is Jonnu Smith at number 5, which
Yep.
had a great year.
Yeah, Tua.
And Trey McBride is the number 2 fantasy tight end. I mean, I know he got
After
drafted
yesterday?
top 5, but no, I mean he would have been around that area.
I'm saying yesterday he had a
Yeah,
breakout.
Because he would have still been 3 maybe or 2. But
Did we go through receivers yet?
no, we didn't. That's
Okay.
the last one. So disappointing tight ends though. Anybody want to throw out? I mean, Laporta.
Yeah, man, I got somebody
Kelsey.
that's it's Travis Kelsey, man. I know he played me.
number
last-
4 fantasy tight end.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Okay, but Tom,
You know what, AB?
I'm telling you, this
I'm sorry.
year, kickers, I'm telling you, the tight end position was so weak this year. Outside of Bowers and McBride and Andrews catching fire, but even Andrews catching
He caught fire, bro.
we're 15 to 18 points, which, okay, we're thinking of our studs, right? We're thinking of our top receivers and running backs in the 20s and breaking out. This was a terrible year.
Listen,
For the teams.
Hey, I'm sorry for saying Travis Kelsey because I just seen a stat last week where he's still getting the targets, he's still getting catches.
He's not getting the touchdowns.
It's just
Or
yards
the touchdown.
or
Noah
touchdowns.
Craig's giving him touchdowns.
So guys, he's still up there because the 1 point PPR for the catch.
Yes, but based off
So-
of expectation of what he's
Yeah.
done.
We're expecting what he did last week.
Especially if
for
they
the
have
Steelers.
no receivers, right?
Yeah.
Kelsey's your only receiver, right?
Well, not anymore, man. I
Hey,
think
but
they're
you know,
lying.
I'm gonna go with a guy that we thought he's gonna thrive with this quarterback, and that's Kyle Pitts, Kirk Cousins.
Can we get
all
something for Kyle Pitts being the biggest bust?
Hey yo,
Yeah, I'm just
and
throwing
not-
it
not-
out there.
not
I don't
just
know
that.
what you can
Multi-
find.
Not just that.
I mean, you
Atlanta
can find a
drafted- Listen,
noise or
Yeah,
something.
he does. We got it right there. It's right there. Give it to him one more time. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, well, Kyle Pitts, by the way, got drafted over Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, and Penei Sewell. By the way, that's what's the heartbreaking for him.
out of the University of Florida. 'cause
So
Florida,
that's
yeah,
the
they used
heartbreaker.
it.
And then also I want to throw that out there. Disappointing Dalton Kincaid, another player
yeah.
of mine that I liked.
But
that was
wasn't he hurt though?
He was, but still, even when he was playing, he was really not what you expected from him.
Another thing where Josh Allen has no other receivers, you'd figure that
Yeah.
he
Kincaid
would
would
be
step in, yeah.
he
Yeah.
would be your guy.
So last one is wide receivers. Most surprising and most disappointing. Tony, who you got?
Most surprising?
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. Only because he was getting drafted a little bit later than a lot of the wide receivers. And, the guy's a beast, man. Number one.
Some fantasy experts definitely had him number 1 overall.
I got somebody that came along, throughout the year, and that's Jackson Smith and the Jigba.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's
Except for
he
Thursday
became
night.
hey, my man.
He looked out for him.
He looked out for me. But no, because he was, he's considered Seattle was number 2 there, right, with DK. But he's clearly the number 1 going forward. I don't know if Geno Smith is going to stay there or not, but Jackson Smith and the Jigba was a surprising pick this year. Receiver.
Surprising. Yeah, you can also Bosch's boy, Ryan Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
He was
Had a good
hyping
year.
him up. He's up there.
How
Yeah,
about-
he stepped up. And then the guy that you guys keep talking about, this guy discovered and this guy discovered, I wouldn't know the guy's name if it wasn't for Omar.
Yeah.
Lad.
That lad.
Yeah.
That
No,
boy
at the
lad.
At the end.
I know you said
No.
Georgia. But here's the problem. The problem is everybody knows Bowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me tell you
Nobody
something.
cared about the little white guy.
Lad McConkey, number 9 fantasy wide receiver
That's
right now.
crazy.
Solid.
But that's not
Breaking rookie record.
He played a game.
this Sunday. People didn't play Sunday yet. But I'm just throwing it out there. It's currently number 9.
I had 2.
No, it's solid. Still
Two
solid.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Hey, and another guy I think we undervalue all the time, and we talked about this before, Scary Terry.
Yeah. Who,
Even
by the
with
way,
the rookie quarterback,
We do.
and
bro,
he,
he's consistent.
he hasn't played
He's-
yet this week, and he
He's
is
gone
currently
through-
number
yeah.
6 fantasy.
And in his career, man,
He'll be number 5.
He's gone through like 6 different
Yeah, man.
quarterbacks, man.
He will be number 5.
Hey,
because
1,000-yard receiver every year.
He's only a point
alright.
lower than Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Jigba played
That's
already.
Mr. Consistent, Mike Evans. Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that said, most disappointing wide receivers.
Devontae Adams.
Try
Oh, he's having a good year, isn't he?
Tyreek
He's coming on.
Hill.
Tyreek Hill's,
Wow,
maybe the
that's
injury.
Tyreek Hill.
a
Okay.
good one.
Okay. Tyreek Hill's a good one. 'cause
I'm
he
gonna
got
go
ready to
with
get done.
Debo Samuel, right?
That's a good one. Too.
Debo Samuel. Yusuf,
Tyreek Hill was going number 2 overall.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that.
I'm just saying. I'm not
Where's
disagreeing.
Tyreek at?
I'm not.
Tyreek is around
It
the
has to be 15.
18, 19
Yeah,
range.
I'm not disagreeing. Like everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
course.
I'm just kind of putting it like that.
Yeah, Tyreek
to me,
Hill, yeah,
that's
yeah,
like people were wasting the at least
21.
McCaffrey.
Damn.
At least McCaffrey was hurt, right? And people were taking him number 1.
Well,
and he-
Tyreek's quarterback was hurt.
Tyreek, it don't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
See, okay, Cooper.
Where you
Cooper,
seeing
hold on,
bombs?
Hold on, Cooper Rush went down. CD Lamb had 1 bad week.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb passed the I can be a good receiver no matter what test. So he's draftable to me in every league next year if he's available. Because that was the biggest worries with receivers is like, okay, if their quarterback goes
But
down.
I agree with like the whole Debo stuff.
A guy that people-
Ayuk went down.
I know. I'm happy you guys didn't say Garrett Wilson because believe it or not, he's the number 8 fantasy wide receiver this year.
Yeah.
Weird, bro.
Well, that's solid, right?
Yeah, I mean, 8
Not
is solid.
today. Not today. I see him struggling today in Buffalo.
All right, there you go, Yusuf. Can we get the air horn
I
one
wonder
last
though,
time?
Omar, I wonder what the difference in points are between like the top 5 and then like 5 to 10. Because I feel like
I got it right here. You want me to
I
tell you?
feel, but what I'm saying is that I feel like there
Big
was,
drop off.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
there
there was
is.
only a handful of guys
Yeah.
who really stepped up to where maybe last year in fantasy there was a wide variety of players who were stepping up every week to where this year, like you said, well, Garrett Wilson's at 8.
Yeah.
I feel like that the top 5 receivers really did their thing, and now it's just it feels like even the quarterbacks. Oh my! Did you feel this year in Moti, please? When with these rookies, well, we use the rookies as an example. You know, they're 18 for 32 and passing for 160 yards. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Normally, you're throwing 32
Matthew
times.
Stafford, the Rams are 3-0, and he's 3 straight games, first time in his career throwing under 200 yards. All 3 games under 200 yards. The
Like,
last 3 games.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on, especially just like this year, because I feel like it was a dramatic change into this coming season, to where like it just wasn't being put up. The numbers weren't being put up.
So, all right, shout out to you guys. Last but not least, I'm gonna say last finale. Last but not least is predictions for the playoffs and the Super Bowl. A lot of us in the beginning of the year had Kansas City versus Detroit Lions. Does anyone's opinion change now that we are 2 more weeks away from the regular season being over with and the playoffs coming up? By the time we have our next episode, we might be 1 or 2 weeks into the playoffs. So, with that said, let's give our predictions. KC, Lions, that is still my answer. I still got them. I know Baltimore looks good. I know Buffalo looks good. But to me, when I watch Kansas City against Pittsburgh, I realize they're still that team. You still have to beat Kansas City. And they got home field advantage. Good luck. So I got KC and Detroit. Moti, anything change?
Yeah, I mean, I said it last week. I am not scared of no team in the NFC. Honestly,
Ain't scared of
I'm
no
not
team?
scared because we are so lucky to be playing NFC. I think we could beat any of the NFC teams. Always worry about the 3 teams in the AFC, which is Kansas City, Baltimore, and Buffalo. I think those teams we would struggle versus them. But my picks, the same thing. I still think it's gonna be Detroit and Kansas City. We the Lions.
And by the way, there's a couple players that might be, available for the Lions to scoop up if their teams don't make the playoffs, man. And so watch out for the Lions, man. They might try
Calais
to
Campbell.
Calais Campbell's one.
That's my boy. Bring him home.
Yeah.
Bring him. That's my guy.
So,
Yeah,
AB,
yeah.
who's your Super Bowl predictions?
With the way the season's going now, and that's tough, man. The Lions, the NFC is really strong, man. You have the two 12 and 13 and 2 14
Yeah.
2 teams. Like,
Yeah, but do any of them scare you? Be honest.
I mean, the Vikings, their defense.
The Vikings are not scary,
it's-
man.
Bro,
So,
how do you not see Philly?
no, I see Philly. I haven't got there, but I'm saying. Okay, explain. Did the Vikings play a different schedule? Did they play everybody?
Yeah,
that's
a
the
weaker
worst?
schedule to me.
I mean, they still got a defense, right? Because that's what cares. Listen, I still think the Lions are going. Obviously, I still think the Lions are the best team in all of football right now. That's my opinion. I think Buffalo's coming. I think Buffalo's
Yeah, I
coming.
agree. I
think Josh Allen. I think with the chips on their shoulder. Again, it's between. I feel really KC, Baltimore, and Buffalo. And go through KC. Buffalo plays in the snow. I don't think that home field advantage in that cold weather really is gonna.
Oh, that stadium
affect
began
them.
loud.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Every stadium be getting loud. That's our advantage being in the dome.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's what Buffalo's going to have to deal with now because they were at home against KC. when they
And I
played them.
think, KC getting some of their weapons back.
Yeah, man. Dude, I think.
Ooh.
Listen, I told my cousin. this.
Hollywood.
They look good
Okay.
for
I-
Steelers.
Worthy
Yeah,
moving
man.
into like
I
a
told my
natural
cousin,
position.
I know Tyreek Hill and Kelsey were in their prime when they were playing together, but I was like, man, this is probably Patrick Mahomes overall, some of his best weapons he's ever had, man. Like
Yeah.
he has Marquise Brown. Xavier Worthy now gets to play his actual role.
Yeah.
He's been thriving now. He looks good. Xavier
Okay, is
Worthy.
Marquise,
It'll open it up for
is this
Kelsey.
Marquise Brown?
Two-headed
this is
running
Hollywood
back.
Brown's like first or second game with the team,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I'm saying. He got
Second
Hopkins,
game.
who's
Yeah,
still
there's no really
solid.
no. Yeah, I
Hopkins.
don't know,
Bro,
man.
even the other tight end, man.
Noah Gray.
Noah Gray.
Oh, Gray, solid route runner.
Yeah,
He's
so
looking
I mean,
good.
I'm
I'm
and that
telling you,
defense
man.
is solid. That
Yeah,
defense is solid. I would
the
give it
real
to him.
deal.
Yeah.
And that experience, man. That just, Mahomes
See, I like
makes
something.
plays,
I like
man.
something. Like I said, I like something different.
Me too.
So when people start saying, "Well, you're picking Detroit," stop. Detroit going to the Super Bowl is something different. Let's be real.
Yeah.
KC going again and again and again and again, to me, is the same old song and dance. I'd love to see a Buffalo or Baltimore. Really, more Buffalo. Both. I like both teams, to be honest with you.
I mean, a lot of people, like they might say, oh, it's going to be KC, it's going to be. outside of the Jordan era, I enjoy watching greatness. So if somebody's dominating a sport,
Do you enjoy watching LeBron James?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Why?
I don't.
The point is this, man. Patrick Mahomes is great. He is going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game. And if I can watch it and respect what he's able to accomplish, like, dude, this guy lost Tyreek Hill. We thought they're going to be done. This guy just does it time and time and time again. There's certain guys you don't bet against. Patrick Mahomes has already become one of those guys.
You know what I like about you? You talk straight about if everything was legit. Bro, that NFL's not.
Why you hate watching LeBron James, AB?
I can't stand LeBron.
The
Why?
person. That's the
Right.
problem.
Well, hey, I can't. No. I can't
player.
stand. I can't stand.
you didn't like the
person.
Sprite commercial?
No.
Okay.
I don't like
The
LeBron
player.
because he's from the city of Cleveland. I can't stand.
Okay.
I can't stand anything and anybody from Cleveland.
That's fair.
I don't care if you guys.
I
watch.
hated Jordan
Mistake.
growing
Did
up.
you? Yeah, well, because you were again on Isaiah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I just. I liked LeBron a little bit when he left to go to Miami because I figured that this guy is going to be great. You know, I'm not saying he's not great. I mean, he's going to be great, but he deserves to win a championship. So I figured, if he's going to go to Miami, team up with Wade and team up with Bosch, whatever. At first,
He's not the first to do it, but
yeah, but at first I was kind of like, it's cool, let him do that. Obviously they were losing, so like they lost their first one, so it kind of brought everything down. But I don't like him as a basketball. I don't.
What is your Super Bowl picks, Tony?
I've mentioned it before. I do think it's going to be KC coming out of the AFC. But in the NFC, I think Detroit was there.
Uh-oh.
I hope they can overcome all these injuries. But I said it before, the one team that has always scared me has been the
Green Bay Packers.
Philadelphia
Eagles.
So if we're home, does that make a difference for you?
Are we healthy on defense?
We're gonna be a little healthier. We're not gonna be ever healthy.
I think, listen, I hate to say it, but if they have the ball last, they're going to get the points necessary.
Let me ask you a question.
It scares me, man.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the Eagles, though? Now you got to remember that NFC North is really, really strong. Let's just.
I'm hoping
Packers-
one of those teams can pop.
The Packers are really good,
Yeah,
and
bro.
so is Minnesota. And one of those two teams will be going into Philly.
I think Green Bay can beat them.
Even though Philly's got to play Washington as of right now. Washington's the 7th seed, right, Omar?
I got Green Bay.
I'm
I
telling
got
you,
Green
the only
Bay.
team that scares me is Philly.
If
Anybody else that comes to Detroit, I'm not worried about. Minnesota, they're in our division. We kind of know how they play. Even though, again, we're not healthy. Green Bay, same thing. We're not healthy. We beat them up. We beat them with guys off the street. Now we're getting guys back. I'm not concerned with him. I think we're really in Jordan Love's head. But Philly, to me, man, the weapons they have on offense, the weapons they have on defense, I'm afraid. Put it this way. Can we win? Yeah, of course, I think we can win. But they are the only team that I fear.
I don't feel.
I just want to say this: Green Bay. If we don't see them until the NFC Championship, that's my NFC Championship. Green Bay versus Detroit.
That's what I was.
As long as we don't see them before.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree
more
with that.
worried about
I
I'm more
agree
worried
with
about the
that.
teams in the North that are in the playoffs than I am Philly. Like I get what
Man.
you're saying. I don't see that same thing. I see
Okay.
like Philly's defense is great and that's awesome, and then they got all the weapons, the AJ Brown, the Devontae Smith. They got the Jalen Hurts. They got Saquon.
Hey, that Washington loss was huge for us,
big
man.
time.
I was watching
Big
that game.
time.
I was so happy.
Hey, by
man.
the
I'm
way,
not
shout
gonna lie.
out to Salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been a lot less active than he normally has.
Yeah.
Normally on Mondays, we're getting PFF rankings for, Guantanamo Bay.
But he sent them to
and
you, remember?
Cooper DeJean. And I know, but I'm just saying, we're trying to make sure every time
The
something happens to us.
top 5 of the NFL and where
Everything.
the Eagles are. Yeah.
Every time something happens to us, he's
Oh,
like,
no,
"What y'all
snitch
lose?
asses
What y'all?
and-
Y'all lose electricity.
Yeah.
What happened? Is there
In
a
Delaware.
storm? Is there this? Is there that?
Yeah.
But honestly, man, I think that
No, he was being cool.
there's a
He was being cool
bro.
because
There
the
is a
concussion, I
huge
think.
Salt following, guys. And I'm telling you guys,
There is.
people, you
There
know
is.
what? He is. Are you not entertained?
Yes.
That is
He's
true.
that
You know
guy.
what? Yeah, he is.
You know what's funny is y'all think that he don't do this with basketball, but it's because the Sixers have been playing
Oh,
bad. Or
big
it's coming.
time.
It's coming though.
Oh,
because
trust
Oh,
me.
they're starting to pick back up a little bit. Sixers are starting to
I
play
like
a little
them.
bit.
I like them, man. I
Yeah.
like the Sixers. But let's run our last ad, and then believe it or not, it's almost that time. So we're gonna just quickly go over our Boom Phillies, and then what y'all looking forward to, and then that's the fantasy show for the season. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to Juicebox, Yusuf. Let's give a shout out to Juicebox and keep things rolling. So shout out to Juicebox.
I can't believe they keep talking that.
If you're looking for a place with the best smoothies, milkshakes, ice cream, cereal bars, and slushies, then Juicebox is your one-stop shop. You can try things like their Biscoff or Nutella shakes, crepes, watermelon blast, strawberry burst, or mango smoothies. Juicebox currently has 4 locations: Hamtramck, Dearborn, Detroit, and Trenton. So be sure to stop by Juicebox and get ready to leave there with a big smile on your face. You can also visit their website at juiceboxblend.com or download their app at juiceboxblend.appfront.app. We are officially back. Salt was just messaging as we were talking about him. That's funny.
Yeah, because he's watching.
So with that said, Boom Phillies. Man, I screwed myself up with these Thursday, Saturday games because I went 0 for 3 so far. I need to go 3 for 6 to even give myself any fighter's chance.
I just wanted to be able. I just wanted to beat Omar.
He just wants to beat Omar.
I mean, I'm within reach if Ratonia has a
Falls,
bad,
yeah.
and I feel like I picked a couple of guys that. Otherwise, I really was gonna really pick one guy, so it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just maybe my 1 or 2 guys, just so
Yeah.
it really doesn't hurt me
Oh,
as
for Boom
much.
Phillies?
3 should be minimum.
3
Yeah.
should be minimum. All right, so with that said, Boom Phillies, this is where the percentages are at right now. We got Guest at 25, Ratonia at 31.2, Moti at 28.9, Jose at 20.4, Tony at 27.1, AB at 30.3, and Omar's at 30.2.
You like that?
With that said,
Wait, no what?
Boom Phillies, this is how it's going to go. Let's start off with Ratonia's Jacoby Myers, Olave, Laporta, Tajay Spears, and Tucker Kraft. I don't think anyone else did him that are not here, so let me just go over mine. I had Schultz, Nico, and Chad Ryland, who all did not Boom Philly. I'm down to Olomide Zacchaeus, Jerome Ford, and Chigi Okonkwo. Those are my last 3 left for this week. I wish we could have done like something where like the last week you could do like 15 because I would have done 15.
Yeah, you would have too.
You know what I'm
You would have
saying?
just started throwing people.
Oh, for sure.
But it's so tough because even though this really does feel like week 17 of the old NFL schedule, right?
yeah.
The way people aren't playing, the way that the people are, I'm done for the season.
It is crazy.
Like,
It's a lot.
yeah, during the fantasy championship
If I was in
right
the championship,
now,
I'll be mad right now.
I'm in 2 of them, and what a
Go ahead, Tony. Tony, what's your? Do you even have your Boom Phillies?
Nah, man, I've been kind of focusing on
The championships.
the championship week. You know,
Are you gonna come up with some right now or no?
I mean, you
I
gotta
don't.
make sure he's
I
not
don't
double
think
dipping.
so.
Okay.
Number one,
So can I take yours?
put it this way:
No.
I
Take your
am
picks.
No.
I am going to refrain from sharing them because, you know, people put that ayn on it,
Okay.
and I like a lot of my guys, and I don't want to do that.
Man, you sound like some people I know.
I'm just saying.
What, 12:59?
What is it?
Are you gonna announce them 12:59?
I'll send them in the group.
All right.
What's up, man?
Chilling.
AB.
You gonna
All
sleep
right,
well?
so I got.
I did actually. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Come on, AB. What you got for us?
Breakfast,
Okay.
everything.
Ooh, okay.
Go ahead, Abe.
I know we got a little bit. You good? You guys?
Yeah, we're good.
There's a little thing. something
No,
going
it's
on?
cool. You guys going against each
Yeah,
other.
for now.
Keep it at home.
Hey.
Bring the trophy back home.
You're not here next week? Yusuf?
Nah.
We're all not. Hey, by the way, yeah, inshallah, we'll be going to Umrah, inshallah.
Inshallah,
on
safe
Tuesday.
travels.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else know how to run the cameras?
No.
Nobody?
No.
Oh, so
Oh,
if
Tone
you-
want a show.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm coming to whoever's winner. I'm coming to you with the trophy. We're going to do a whole video. So
Oh, no,
get
no, no,
ready.
no. It's not that.
BS.
All right.
You just have
Nobody?
to wait. You just
Not
have to wait
even
till
Ramsey?
Bro, you have to wait till they get
Hamza?
back.
At Ramsey
Wait till
can't,
they
he
get
can't
back.
set up.
Okay. I got him.
Just wait
No,
till
Zach
they
is
get
going to Umrah.
back.
Share the contact.
So-
Zach
All
don't
right.
run it, though. It's
We can use our
Ramsey.
phones. Tone.
Ramsey
If it's
back.
me and you. You ready?
What you got, Boom Phillies, man? This guy's being silly.
Go
Go ahead.
For everybody that's been following us all year long, you guys Gotta respect
Hey, I
this.
mean,
that,
yeah.
Sadak said, I don't know why I'm going to pick Nico. Shout out to Cuzzo Sadak. I was watching the games with him. He was like, pick Nico as a boom affiliate. So I did it for my Cuzzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was cussing him out throughout the whole day.
Probably were too.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
Nah,
get Omar.
I was really-
Omar's been opening up more and more since I've gotten to know him.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see like
His
what
competitiveness?
what everybody else is seeing.
Yeah.
And I love it though. I love it. But yeah, I can see that. I can see Omar.
CJ Strauss, who was really cussing out because he played terrible, bro. I'm telling you, he was.
That's what I'm saying. He's
terrible.
passing the buck.
Yeah.
So I got my boom Fahmies. There ain't no boom Phillies, baby. They're boom Fahmies.
The year of tone.
Can we get
The
an
year
air
of
horn?
tone. The year of tone.
This might be our last fantasy show, and both championships. Gotta give credit to that.
yeah,
man.
so I got to hit on these to try to take Ratonia out. For me, it's just to win to beat Omar. It just is. I'm going Amir Abdullah. I'm going Jerry Judy. I'm going Brandon Aubrey. Hopefully he gets another 21, 22 with the year of the kickers. I'm going Tajay Spears. He's going to be some league winners today. Tony Pollard is out. I don't know what his projections went to. Don't matter. He's dropping 30. I did this last week, and I feel like they're boom Fahmies. So, this Atlanta offense, whether it's Kirk Cousins or it's Michael Penix, I think Penix is going to boom out today. I think it's second.
Hey, by the way, fun game, Atlanta versus Washington. That's probably what I'm looking for. I'm gonna mention it later.
Yeah, I think that's good. You're going to see a nice,
Yeah.
decent defenses. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see some offensive explosion. I think Penix will do his thing. And with the news of Anthony Richardson going down, Joe Flacco is getting the start. So Flacco likes to throw the ball, and Josh Downs.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. This is me not being really on top of what the heck is going on.
Oh,
I
with
swear-
this week?
I had no idea Tony Pollard's out. I'd really like Tajay Spears, but they doubled down on him already. And then even Josh Downs, Joe Flacco. But I already, I don't know who to pull out of my list. Yeah. So I'm
Staying in there.
Staying in there.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Omar. That's why I like we're in this dynasty league that we really does nothing now. We just kind of run it to run it. There's no prize. There's no nothing to it. But it's on the Sleeper app, and I love
Updates?
the updates.
Yeah.
Like in real time.
Moti, did you already see
I
it?
love the updates.
Play this prime time?
No.
Go ahead.
But play dudes prime time.
Can you tell us the ice cold
Yeah. I was gonna add a couple.
Yeah.
to the ice cold?
Okay.
Okay.
Ice cold milkshakes of the week.
Okay.
We had Joe Mixon.
Ice cold milkshake of the week.
I hit on that by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Choo choo choo.
We got JSN. I hit on that.
Choo choo choo.
I ain't gonna mention the other guy name.
Yep.
All right, but we got two other ice cold milkshakes.
Hey,
2 for
who is
3.
it?
Sam Laporta
Choo choo choo.
and Jameer Gibbs.
Damn it.
Hey, the Lions will win by a lot. They just won't feature those two guys on offense.
Hey, wallah,
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He hit on the first two.
So it's gonna be
He
Amon Ra,
mentioned Dicker the
Tim,
Camo.
Tim Patrick,
Brock Wright.
Greg
I
Reynolds.
was
Craig
about
Reynolds.
to
Yeah,
go
Brock
in,
Wright.
and I'm looking at which players to pick up as a kicker, because he already got the first two. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
And then I'm like, man, you know what? This is exactly what he wants to do. So I'm talking to myself the whole time, but I kept him in there. Alhamdulillah.
Digger the
But play dudes prime time guys. We have Kyle Pitts,
Big for you.
Zach Ertz, Tim Patrick, and Ricky.
You're taking a
Persall.
shot, huh?
All right, we got a quick.
With Kyle
There you
Kyle
go.
Pitts.
Rico,
Oh, for sure.
Rico Dotto, Tajay Spears. I'm going Tajay Spears all the way. I'm not
Spears.
gonna lie to you, man. I like Tajay
Yep.
Spears. Mike Evans or Drake London?
Ooh, Mike Evans.
Yeah, I can't go wrong. Mike Evans is going to have a big week. I sat Bo Nix yesterday because Baker Mayfield.
Well, yeah,
right.
Kadon and Sterling
Oh, yeah.
Sharp is out for
Drink
Tampa
up.
Bay. If
Yeah.
that helps with who you were trying to. So you're looking at Mike Evans and Jeremy McMillan.
Yeah.
And hey,
Jalen
oh,
McMillan.
also,
McMillan.
Mike Evans is maybe 180 yards short.
Yeah.
Of the 1,000?
Yeah.
Of getting bonuses.
Yeah.
He's getting them.
Oh yeah.
For
Baker
sure.
Baker gonna make sure his boys get paid.
Yeah.
Who's the backup for Tampa Bay? The QB.
Baker.
Kyle Trask.
Trask.
Yeah, from Florida.
Start him.
Second half.
Okay.
Second
there
half
we go.
starts.
Guys, before we close out this final show, I just want to say be sure to follow us on all of our socials: YouTube, Facebook,
what?
Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify
I don't
podcasts,
know
all
what
under
is that.
Oz Media.
What is that?
The website is ozmedia313.com. Shout out to the sponsors: Hanley International Academy, Holy Bowly, Wingfellas, Juice Box, Melik Kebab, Jabed Coffee House, Unique Coney Island, BMI, Best of the Best Towing. What are y'all looking forward to the most this week? I'm just going to quickly say I am looking forward to the Sunday night rookie quarterback duel. Michael Penix Jr., Jaden Daniels should be a great one. Obviously, I'm also looking forward to Green Bay beating Minnesota. That's a huge game. I think Lions fans should watch that game like they're watching a Lions game.
Yeah, absolutely,
You know?
because that takes a lot of pressure off of us.
Yeah.
Next week.
And so, obviously, last but not least, I'm looking forward to the Lions Monday Night Football, getting our revenge against San Fran. Moti, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Green Bay being Minnesota, so we could just clinch right quick. I'm also looking for these finals, man. You know, hey, I'm a competitor. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, I don't care because it's been a tough year for fantasy. 5 leagues. I made it 1 championship, but congratulations to my big Cuzzo right here, right? Big Cuzzo
Big bro.
is in 4 out of his 5 leagues. He's in a championship.
No, he's not.
Yeah. So
Tony,
so,
you're
was the other
4
one?
or 5?
hey,
Champions League.
I told him yesterday.
No.
I didn't
way.
make it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying who's the 4? You got
RNFL,
Okay.
Big Timers,
Oh, you're in Big Timers?
Yeah.
Who
East
you
and
playing
West.
against?
BG. Hey, I told him yesterday. I said, I still respect Buffalo for going to the Super Bowl 4 times and losing.
Mm.
So
Yeah, and that's another thing with Lions and Buffalo, because neither team have a Super Bowl, right? This is the year.
The San Fran game will matter if Vikings win. What are you talking about? We rest people. Oh, you're talking about one. Okay, I see what you said. So if the Vikings win, it doesn't matter. You're right. But it kind of does because. No, I guess it really
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't. So no, I don't think we rest nobody though. The Lions are going all in.
What?
on
We're
San
gonna
Fran.
if you mean Monday night?
Yeah.
Oh, Monday night we're gonna put boots to ass
Yeah.
on the 49ers just for last year.
Yeah.
We're gonna be listen.
I think that's
Listen,
what
we
it
go.
is.
Listen, we're not too good to kick somebody when they down. We don't care that they down.
Oh, yeah, the
they
Lions-
down. We're gonna
Lions have
help.
proved
We're
it.
gonna help them stay down
This year.
We're gonna put
it's a
their face in the
mentality.
mud.
It's a mentality.
Yeah, but hell
It
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
And you gotta keep it.
And it's exercising the ghost of
Absolutely.
going back to San Fran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
What are you looking forward to, Tony?
Looking out, finishing strong on the year of Tone.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I got a lot of it wrapped up. Hey, come on, man.
How you looking at the other two, Tony, right now?
Right now, man.
two that
it's-
you're not involved in
honestly,
with us.
Listen, I'm 10 points behind on projections in 1, but a lot of my guys didn't play. And these, man, it's 50-50, man. There's a potential for me to lose all 4. It's,
No, I'm laughing at you.
wait, was that a cough or
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
a real? Okay,
Yeah,
'cause I thought you.
Yeah,
were
no,
telling
no,
me I
I'm
was choking.
No, I'm getting.
Hey,
Okay.
yo.
Pause.
Okay, and yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Billy Buckets. We're going on that repeat tour in the LOL League. I know we didn't talk about that, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, you said running back.
2025.
Well, I'm looking forward to after you guys get back, hopefully again safe travels. Really getting this charity game going.
Yeah.
Like really getting it. So anybody watching now, that's what we'll be talking about when you next see us.
Yeah, it is.
We have a lot of stuff out on Oz Media socials right now in regards to it. We can get tickets. Start looking. We're going to be adding a lot of stuff to it. But, this has got to be the biggest one yet. Every year
Yeah.
we got to grow. So this has got to be the biggest one yet.
Inshallah. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching and asking your questions. We appreciate it. It was fun. This is what we do, the Fantasy Guys. I mean, I know this is our 4th season, but we've really been going with the Fantasy Guys, for 6-7 years now?
Yeah.
So we appreciate
I
you.
want to give a shout out to Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff.
Jeffrey has to be. He's got to be up there like top 2
Yeah.
Yeah.
fans this
With
year.
Ted Glander.
We
Dan
Dan
Glander.
Glander. Sorry, Dan. Hey, by the way, there might be an announcement come Tuesday morning about a show next week. Stay tuned. We might
Make it happen.
yeah.
Ooh, Mixon, Farbon, Zach Ertz, Judy.
That already said.
Down. Come on, Fahmy.
What?
Nothing.
Cut.
You doubled up on 2 of my
Hey.
guys. Now I'm
There you go.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good one. Take